So I know like going back to school after the pandemic wasn't the same. I think for me it wasn't the same. So I wanted to ask DJ, what was it like coming back to school after the pandemic?
You know, I'll tell you, this whole year has mostly been an emotional roller coaster for the most part. You know, back in April, I got into an altercation with another student where in that altercation, a teacher had lied about me saying that he failed. With that, there's 4 educational ed codes that go against it, and they gave me a ultimatum. They said I could either stay there at the high school and stick with the ed codes, or I could switch and try to get them removed. So, of course, I'm gonna get them removed. There's really no reason not to. I thought that since the teacher lied, all the evidence was there, they lied about so much stuff. I wasn't even there. It's like not even being at the court date. So I took out the way and switched schools, and I'm a football player, so there's a transfer punishment if you transfer schools or something like that. And I asked to make sure if I would be heavily punished by it, because if it wasn't, I would rather just stay there. But they told me a couple games, so of course I took that. I thought that was nothing. Season goes on, I'm practicing with the team, I'm working my hardest. I feel like I'm really getting somewhere and getting back to my old athletic self. And throughout this whole situation, they're not telling me if I'm going to be able to play. We have a deadline where if those ed codes can get reappealed, I'll be able to play. But they waited to the whole deadline and didn't do anything. So that's halfway through the season, and now we're trying again, and this time the new deadline is when the season's over and hopefully we'll make playoffs. But the season's going through and I don't ever get to play. So with this being said, when they transferred me back then, they messed up on my transcripts, but recently when we appealed to get that fixed, they responded in 2 days. So it really showed where the motives were of how to handle my situation. This next clip shows how I managed through all of that. It shows how I feel and felt throughout the whole process, and how I didn't let them take nothing from me from that whole entire time. So I shared this with you because I've been wanting to share it for a long time, but not like this, of course, but I always wanted to share it like this. But yeah, this next clip it shows how I really feel.